Hey there, succulent lovers! Welcome back to Succulents Box's YouTube channel. Today, we will learn how to care for Crassula succulents. Crassula is a large group of succulent plants with over 200 species, mostly from southern Africa and Madagascar. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, from low-growing ground covers to tall tree-like shrubs. Crassula leaves have a variety of shapes, colors, and textures, and these plants are very hardy. Some popular Crassula species are Jade plant Crassula ovata, string of buttons Crassula perforata, and red pagoda Crassula capitella. Now, let's learn how to keep these lovely succulents healthy and thriving. First, let's talk about safety. Most Crassulas are safe, but you should still be cautious. Some, like the Jade plant, can be toxic if ingested, so keep them out of reach of kids and pets. Even if they're non-toxic, there's always a risk of choking or allergies. Crassulas thrive in bright, indirect sunlight. If you're growing them outdoors, make sure they get some afternoon shade to prevent sunburn. Aim for at least 6-8 hours of light every day. A south-facing window is ideal indoors, but you might want to avoid too much direct sun. If you see your Crassula getting leggy or its colors fading, it's a sign it needs more light. Consider adding a grow light or moving it to a brighter spot. And don't forget to rotate your plant regularly to ensure even light distribution. When it comes to watering, Crassulas are prone to root rot if overwatered, so be careful. The best practice is to water thoroughly when the top 1-2 inches of soil feel dry. Let the water drain out completely, and don't leave it sitting in a saucer full of water. If you're not sure when to water, poke your finger into the soil or use a moisture meter. Remember, during winter or when it's extremely hot, Crassulas might go dormant, meaning they need less water. Always err on the side of caution. Better to underwater than overwater. Crassulas need well-draining soil to avoid root rot. You can use a mix for succulents or make your own with coarse sand, perlite, and some potting soil. The key is to ensure good drainage, so choose a pot with drainage holes and use porous materials like terracotta or ceramic. As for fertilizer, Crassulas don't need much. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer, diluted to half or quarter strength, once a month during the growing season. Stop feeding in winter or when the plant is dormant. Too much fertilizer can cause root burn or salt buildup, so be careful. Temperature-wise, Crassulas like it warm, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 75 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. They can handle cooler nights, down to about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, but prolonged exposure to temperatures below 50 degree F can be a problem. As for humidity, they prefer it on the lower side, around 30–50%. If you're repotting, do it every 2–3 years or when your plant outgrows its pot. Repot during the growing season, and choose a slightly larger pot to avoid overwatering issues. When repotting, be gentle with the roots, and don't forget to water your plant a few days before to soften the soil. Crassulas don't require a lot of pruning, but you can trim off dead or damaged parts to keep them looking fresh. If you have leggy stems, cut them back to encourage new growth. Use clean, sharp tools to avoid spreading disease. Crassulas are super easy to propagate. For stem cuttings, take a healthy stem and let it callus for a few days before planting in well-draining soil. For leaf cuttings, twist off a leaf, let it callus, and place it on moist soil until it roots. Crassulas can also get pests like mealybugs or scales. If you spot them, treat your plant with rubbing alcohol or insecticidal soap. Keep the plant isolated until it's pest-free. And if your Crassula looks sunburned or scorched, move it to a spot with less direct sunlight. That's it for our guide on caring for Crassula succulents. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or need more tips, drop us a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more plant care advice and succulent know-how. Happy gardening!
For more, you can find us at succulentsbox.com or on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.